Hello and welcome to this casted game with deck reviews between Timboslice, playing on his new account after his old one got banned for profanity. He's called USA at the moment, but we all know him as Timboslice, and he's playing our second Panzergren, one of the top divisions right now. And he's up against the Pangaean, who's playing 11th Cav, one of the top divisions right now. And we're on Two Lakes Duel, one of the top maps right now. And you're watching one of the top YouTube channels right now. So we'll cover the decks, and then I will cast the deployment. Right, so this is the deck for one Pangean, and he's playing 11th Cav. Ignore that, and we'll go through it tab by tab. 11th Cav, there's not that much choice, right? Your Logitab's not great, so he's brought 2 cards of supply. We'll see if he has trouble keeping his tanks supplied. Imp tab, you've only got 5 slots, and so yeah, this is all fairly standard. Standard. So he's gone for Engineer's Dragon in the Humvee. It's a great 10-man, 40-point squad with a cheap ATGM. It's very cheap for what it is, and it's got shot for some reason. And then Mech Rifles Dragon with the Dragon 2. This is a new addition, this patch, and he brings it in the M11 3A3 Dragon. I've not had too much experience with this transport. I don't know if it works. But for 5 points extra, it's sort of like a why not kind of thing. It's weird that that's classed as an artillery tractor, and that's classed as a transport. Aero Rifles. I don't really agree with this, to be honest. Sometimes you do need aero rifles, but I think that's like aeroplane, helicopter, aero chocolate bar rifles. Sometimes you do need the capacity to heli drop, but you don't have that much inf as this div, and aero rifles as an actual unit are terrible. You compare them to dismounted troopers for 10 points less. Okay, they get 4 less men, but they also get like security and an AT4 instead of a law. Aero rifles are they're not really worth the price at 55. But that's because of their capability to heli drop. So I'd go for like Engineer's Flash or even regular Engineers, but sometimes you do need the ability to aero rifle. High match Schutzen, yeah, because it's 12 per card, so you're sort of forced to bring them because you need the men, right? And then yeah, you get 1 card of Marder of 1A3s or the Milan. The Milan's obviously better because it can one-shot 3 armor IFVs for 5 more points. So yeah, there's not that many other choices. I mean, if you bring this, then you've got 1 less set of infantry, and you don't bring that much to begin with. Oh, did I accidentally upvet this, or did that start upvetted? I'll just edit that part out. Did he upvet these, or did I? I'm just gonna not save it, and then I'm gonna go back in, because if he's upvetting those, I think that's a big mistake. He's upvetting them. I don't think you really have the availability to be doing that. But yeah, you get 5% extra accuracy. It's mainly about the suppression and stuff, but I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I'd swap out the air rifles for some dismount troopers. Artillery, you got the 2 howitzers. The German one is 5 points more for extra range. And the worse MG, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, on 1v1 maps, you don't really need that extra range. And then yes, the 120. What? Okay, he brings not the 120mm mortar, he brings the worser one. So for the same points, you can get one that has more HE and more suppress and slightly less range for some reason. But crucially, it's the range, the splash is a wider area, so it's more likely to hit what it's aiming at. So I vastly prefer the 120 to the 107. The 107 aims a little faster and fires 1 more round a minute. Tanks, so I'm surprised by the lack of M1A1s. I mean, there's lots of M1A1s, but he's only got 3 cards of them. The Jaguar 2 is a great investment because it's got 6 armor on a TOW 2 with mediocre stealth, so generally it survives whatever's, a tank shell coming the other way. And some ATGMs, not a Conkers, not a TOW 2. Not a Milan 2. But yeah, generally, and it's got smoke, so it's really good. And, high accuracy TOW 2. And then the CV tanks, yes, of course, you need those. And then he's gone for 2 at 1 vet and 1 at no vet, so that's interesting. I mean, it's a good strategy if you find that you need some more tanks. Don't down vet them all. Just down vet 1 and see if you still need some more tanks. And then recon tab, so he's gone for the quick fix. So your choices are this for 60 points, which is very good optics, and this jammer trait, which doesn't really work properly. Oh, interesting. It downgrades the optics of any enemy recon unit within the area, so not just the ground surveillance radars. Interesting. If it works. And it's got high ECM and it's got 8 HP, so I can understand that, to be honest. Whereas for 1 more availability, you can get this, which only has 4 HP, so I can actually just on the basis of the HP, I think this is better. And it's also got that jamming meme. The other one is this, which has 4 HP, but it gets Hellfires, but it's also twice the price, and then it dies in 1 hit to a manpad, and you get upset. BGS is a must-bring, because they are big girl squad. The hell, they're all men. Oh, there we are. Led by Barbie girl squad. That's what that German translates to. Barbie girl squad. And they're really good. They also get exceptional optics when they're stood still, so you need to bring those. And then he's gone for regular scouts, which is interesting. So I don't understand why the grenade launcher ones are more expensive than the 50 cal one, when the 50 cal one is better, in my opinion. Yeah, so they're only 4 strength. They're good for recon, right? But a lot of people, including myself, bring the LRS simply because it's another larger squad, and it's got the ground surveillance radar as well. It's got special forces, stuff like that. But it is more expensive, like a lot more expensive. The ACAV is a must-bring. It's 2 per card now, up from 1 per card. And then you've got the good Bradley and the slightly less good Bradley. You see the differences in armor. It's 2 extra armor. This one will die to a 17 AP thingy, or an 18 AP thingy in 1 hit, whereas this will survive it because it is 5 armor. It's also got a tandem thingy, which is better because it deals 1 more damage if you have ERA. But yeah, I'm surprised. So, like, because you could get rid of these. Oh, okay. And then bring the LRS. I thought that I'd give you... Yeah, so then maybe if you need more tanks, you can get more tanks. It really depends on the playstyle. We'll see what happens. AA, Stinger Pivat's Eyehawk, very normal. Integer used to experiment with bringing these, but they've only got 4 HP, and then they die, so it's not the best thing ever. Helicopters, 2 cards of Sea Knight and 1 regular Cobra for the rockets, and then the Sea Knight has the TOW 2, which makes it better, and it's got 10% ECM, which makes it better than the TOW Cobra. Aircraft, yeah, this is where the magic is, so 16 AA. And then the AA2 for helo hunting, because this has 2 anti-helicopter missiles, whereas this has 1 anti-helicopter set and 1 anti-plane set. So this is your helo hunter. And then Seed and LGBT, very potent combo. This is the best card in the game right now, the F-16 CG LGBT. 82nd gets it as well. And the reason why is because it's 2 LGBTs per card. I think it's the only one left in the game that's like that. It's the only one in the game that's like that. And the F-16's got buffed, so now it's got 30% ECM, it goes faster, and it flies super high, so it's very, very difficult to shoot down, and it's only 230 points, so it's very OP. So that's a must-bring, and then you bring it with the Seed to keep it alive even more. And the Seed also assists the A-10s, A-10 AT, A-10 Rocket. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's good, etc. And then let's go to... where is it? Timboslice's second Panzergrenadier. So Timboslice, the only Warno player I'm afraid of, because I think he's going to come and murder me. But yeah, so he's gone 2 cards of supply, and then for his CV situation, he's gone for the Sultan. This does have smoke on it. It's tracked, but it's 3 availability. None of this stuff makes any sense to me. So, like, this one is 2 availability, but it's cheaper than this, which is literally the same, except, okay, it's faster and it's got smoke, but does that really make it 20 points more? And why is it 3 availability and this one's 2 availability? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. And then, yeah, CV car. Other notable mentions are this one, because it's fast and it's got smoke on it. You see the smoke launchers on the side there, so that can be very useful. Inf tab, we've got he's got 2 cards of infantry Milan 2s. Interesting. So the FS one, the forward deployed one, and the regular one. And he's bringing the regular one in a tracked IFV with a Milan, which is interesting. He's not filled his whole infantry tab, which is interesting. I'm going to have to find additional adjectives. But yeah, we got Pioneer Armbus, which is 1 vetted, and that's coming in a Fux Milan. I've heard of a strategy... I'll just edit that part out. I've heard of a strategy where you blob up these and then send them all out at once. So maybe we'll see that. Because it's 25 points for a very fast Milan. It's not that well armored, but it does have smoke, so you can blob it. And he's brought him at 1 vet, so he's got 10 of those because of the Pioneer Flam. And then he's bringing Marder 1A3 Milans at 1 vet, which you can really afford to do on this division because you just get so many slots. And then he's bringing FS-Jager at 2 vet. So he's going light on the infantry compared to what you see most people do with this division. Artillery, he's just gone for 4 155mm howitzers, so these are just the Paladins except towed. And they're much, much cheaper. And they even shoot faster for some reason. What? Okay. So no mortars for smoke, just relying on these. The Lars can be funny if you buy both of them and just spam it out because it reloads fast. It's like, it doesn't kill anything, but it's very good at suppressing areas while you attack them. Tank tab, so he's gone for the Jaguar 2s as well. And he's got 2 Leopard 2A3s at 1 vet, which is... That makes sense. You shouldn't bring them at no vet because otherwise they're just useless. And the CV tank, which comes at 1 vet anyway. Then a card of Leopard 1A5s at 1 vet and a card of Leopard 1A1A1s at 2 vet. I think this is exactly how I build this tab. So I agree. Recon. So he's got these guys who are 4 men with a Panzerfaust 3. And they're recon. So you can send them around the sides and blow up transport, stuff like that. It's good. It's good stuff. You can also do something similar with these guys for a lot less points, but they are not as good because they do not have... Because these guys have the airborne forward deployment, they start slightly further forwards, and their shock. But these guys are... Oh, they're 1 less vet, but they're literally like 20 points less. And they've got laws, so they're good at shooting transports, but if a tank drives past it, it's not going to work. Scimitar versus Lux. The Scimitar's slower, but it's got more armor, and for some reason the 20mm autocannons have the same pen as the 30mm autocannons. But the 30mm is still better because it deals more HE and it's got more range. It's got more accuracy. So the Lux is generally just for the speed, the road speed, and the fact that it's very good optics instead of good optics. But you lose 1 armor for that, and it's amphibious. Wow. Anyway, Jäger Aufklärer, these guys are the bread and butter. They used to be like a very popular unit, but times have changed. But yeah, you still see them. They're good because they're recon with 11 men, so they're very good in pushes because they take a long time to die. And he's gone for a Fux Racist for that exceptional optics. I mean, it's only 25 points, but yeah, I don't know. I'd rather get a recon helicopter personally. AA, he's not got any Fliegerfaust. I think that's a big mistake. 2 Eyehawks at 1 vet, fine. But 4 Eyehawks, 2 cards of Eyehawks. But why 6 Gepards? Do you really need that? Why not bring 12 Fliegerfaust? I really think this is a mistake. Helicopters, he's gone for the Mopar with the Hot 2. And then air, so he's got his own Helo Hunters, which he's bringing at 2 vet. Interesting. And yeah, there's a regular Tornado here. Very expensive for what it is now. Very expensive. Tornado Seed, Harrier HE, because of that high availability, and he's gone for the Tornado Cluster. So no waffle. I like the HE too. I think it's way better because it's a dive bomber, heavier payload, same ECM, same speed basically. And but yeah, it is more expensive. So yeah, those are the decks, and now we'll go on to the deployments. Right, so let's have a look at the deployment. over here, we've got Timbo doing a sort of fairly standard 2nd Panzer FS-Jager rush. So we've got 5 FS-Jager, 3 coming down this road, 2 coming down this road. They're stopping in a weird place. I'm surprised they're stopping there, as opposed to stopping here. But we'll see if that's a good idea. And that's backed up by a Jaguar 2, which is going to come over here and attempt to snipe reinforcements, which is smart. Leopard 1A5, which is going over here to snipe reinforcements. And the Gepard, which is going to here to shoot helicopters, I suppose. Over in the middle, we've got a Milan 2, and that's just going to this building. And then a Racist, which is going over here, and then a Scimitar, which is going over here to provide fire support for that attack. And on the right, we have 3 more FS-Jager. One is, he's deploying them very conservatively. I guess he's expecting like a BGS rush or something, because blue, basically this map is blue favored, because if you want to attack Lima, you're a lot closer, whereas, you know, Oscar X-Ray is not particularly close. And furthermore, blue can get into Oscar first. So blue can get into Oscar like here at the same time red gets in about here if you've both got forward deployed, whereas blue can get to here with its forward deployed the same time red gets to here. So it's a bit blue favored. So 3 FS-Jager, and then a Milan hopefully going to, yes, the church, because religious people can see further than atheists. You see the smelly atheistic dwelling here, too busy looking at their iPhones, whereas these brave churchgoers can see much further. And a recon also going to the church, of course, and a Gepard for helicopters, I guess. Fucks Racist, going all the way over here, and a CV for Papa Oscar. Looking at Pangaean's deployment, we've got BGS going to here, so he's not rushing, and ACAV going down there, so I guess we'll see what happens, because this Milan 2 might not be able to shoot it because of minimum range, so this might just be able to kill all that. And okay, so he is attacking. So we got a supply, 2 engineers, Dragon taking these houses, and then a Marder, so it's like a slower attack. Cobra going to Zulu because he anticipates forward deployment. You'd expect, if Timbo's going to do this rush, he should open with one of those Helo Hunters we saw in the deck review, because you should expect the enemy, particularly when they're playing 11th Cav, to have lots of Cobras and stuff like that. And then, yeah, on the right, we've got the quick fix scout jammer thingy. 1 BGS going to there, and then 2 Bradleys going to here and to here. So there's actually not going to be any infantry in the town. Okay, until the Heimat Schutzen and the Engineers Dragon get there. So that's interesting. We'll see how this rush works out. We'll watch the game, and I'll do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and I'd like to take the time to thank the generous channel joiners. They get their names on the screen. They get their videos up to a week early. They also get access to exclusive members-only videos, of which there are now many. And they get access to the Operational Reserve videos I will release in June, when I'm not going to be here, of which there are now many. I'm trying to get 30 of those. So between the... I've not got them all yet, right. Between the members-only videos and the Operational Reserve, there's quite a lot of videos, and these guys just aren't going to make it, because he didn't open any planes, so he's probably going to get them all. Yep, gets all 3 of those on that side, gets 1 on this side. Yeah. So he should have opened 2 planes if he was going to do this, because you got to expect that. You got to expect that. Pangean calling that pretty well there, and all those FS-Jager are dead now. And yeah, I don't think Red's got a single kill yet. Racist goes down. Pangean's own Helo Hunter. A-10 still going. Not sure what it's going after. I mean, he's got plenty of rounds in the Avenger. Here we go. F-16 versus F-16. But with the... Yeah, so it's 2v1, and that was just an RNG thing, basically. Although, actually, I think this one is better, because, yeah, this one actually has 20% more accuracy on the missiles, and the A-10 claims another bunch of guys there, so it gets 2. It gets the recon and the other one. I guess he must have seen that shoot, because it must have shot its ATGM at the Humvee. And then these Bradleys will clean up all those vehicles. This Cobra could be micro back. Same with that quick fix, right? They just die into the Gepard because he's forgotten about him. It's too late. It's already dead. This guy needs to unload, like, back here. Not there. I don't think he's going to make it. And, yeah, all those Milans and everything died there to that ACAV. This guy is just not going to make it. Unless that engineer's dragon hits that Gepard, which, yeah, it does actually. Interesting. So over here, BGS, trying to shoot FS-Jager. Really, you want the Milan over here helping out and run the BGS to the building instead of standing them in the open field. This guy should be down here. Get that tank to like there so it could shoot the reinforcements. But because it's behind the building, it'll be protected from planes coming this way. They won't be able to target it easily. Here we go, LGBT's out, and he's whiffed it. Yeah, he's whiffed it. That Gepard did quite a bit of damage, actually. But yeah, it's not going to hit. Because he didn't have targeting, and he did target position. This is why you need to protect this side with at least one unit. Yeah, I mean, I think he knows about it, because he just tried to kill it with this. But this is going to get there, because there's nothing coming that way. And Timboslice is on a +5. He's going to be on a plus more soon. But this guy's got no protection. It's really only a matter of time. I guess that Gepard was supposed to go with it, but this Marder shut that down. Needs to get this into that building instead of just getting shot in the face. And this Sea Knight will kill that unless Timbo buys a Helo Hunter and deals with this, which he should expect this to come out, really. Especially as he saw that ATGM shooting at him. So there you go, the Marder's trying to kill the Gepard. I think it might have been hit by an engineered dragon or something. 3 armor, 40, yeah, that would make sense. Must have been hit by that dragon shot. So this will be a temporary respite for Timbo, but he's going to lose that because he's not bought that jet. He's just gone for buying more on this side to try and take Zulu. Pangean's forgotten about this. He should send that up to Zulu. It's a shame because if he'd had that Helo Hunter, he would have got that. And it's not cheap. 150 points. And there you go, the Gepard finally goes down, but the FS-Jager get the Milan. But now they need to pull back, get some supply. To be honest, he needs some more units here. Like, he's just got 3 very low FS-Jager. And the BGS are really good because they've got some machine guns, so at close ranges they do quite a lot of damage. I hear the whistle of diversity. And the Germans find out about equal rights, etc. So, yeah, there's just nothing here now. Pangean needs some more supply as well, and move the engineered dragon up to here so that they can actually start shooting these things. This might get picked off by that, but there's no recon, so they might not see it. And it's looking pretty good for Pangean, although Timbo is on a +3, simply because of that and this, because this has been forgotten about. But I would rather be in Pangean's position. So here come the Pioneer, Armburst, etc. No Eyehawks on the field yet, which is, you know, that LGBT is just going to keep killing people once a minute until those Eyehawks show up, basically. And the ACAV should get one of these. Okay. Lots of missing going on. ACAV needs to smoke, because that's a TOW 2. Oh, okay. I thought that'd die. Fair enough. But yeah, it does smoke now. Then you see the power of these engineers' dragon. It's only a dragon 1, but it's done so much work. Like, you saw the one over here take that guy out. And Pangean's just moving up here. So, Fox Milans. Yeah, here come the Eyehawks. Need supply with them, really. You should buy supply as soon as you buy that. This Sea Knight's just got the run of the mill. You'd really expect those Helo Hunters to be killing that. But he needs more ground units in here, so that's where the money's going. And he's bought the Eyehawks for the LGBTs. They're in quite defensive positions, actually. Like, you could get one up to here, a little bit further forwards. And this one could be like here. But yeah, it's not looking very good for Timboslice. Here we go. Hopefully we get a chance to see the Belgian one, so I can show you that it's only got 40% accuracy on these missiles, whereas this has 60. Here it is. Yeah, oh, it's 51 because of the vet. It's just because of the vet. It's gone up a bit. Let's go for that Sea Knight. The Sea Knight ain't landing. No, he's changed. And once it... Oh, because these are 5 and the other ones are 4? Is that right? Is that how that happened? I need to open up War Yes and check. So I can't get out of the game right now. Something seems to be happening. Just opening up War Yes. I'm pretty sure the Belgian one only does 4 HE. F-16 AA Bell. Yeah. Check this out. Do the intermission. There it is. You see it does 4 HE there. And yeah, the LGBT's coming back in there. Just do another quick transition. Oh, such high production quality. And the Iltis is coming in, but all the infantry's dead. So this is not a good idea anymore. Although there's no CV in here. I don't think it's going to live very long. Oh, I guess the Sea Knight's covering. So yeah, he sent it out, and that's been neutralized. Smart idea, sending it out. Tornado now for the Sea Knight. Got to land. I think he knows about it, because he's not got his own Eyehawks up yet, so he won't see it. Tornado's now coming for the A-10. A-10 needs to turn to shoot. He's turning to shoot. And there you go, you see the A-10 is the best ASF in the game. Tornado's British, so it doesn't do anything, it's useless, because this game's made in France. And that Iltis Furong died anyway, I think, yeah, these guys must have shot it, yeah, because there it is. So, he moved it out across here when he should have, like, hugged this, I guess. I don't know, it's difficult when they're pushed up to there. The Eyehawks are shooting. The A-10 is shooting. One of them is having more success than the other. Oh man, you hate to see it. Like, what the hell is that? They've fired all of their rounds. I guess one of them must have hit that tornado before. No, hang on. He's got the tornadoes. Yeah, not great luck for Timboslice at all. It's probably karma because he insults people on the internet. That's probably it. These Sea Knights, that was not very smart at all. That one is very dead. Especially because of the, I'm spinning. And these A-10s, he's got such good value out of them. Everything that Timbo has brought, because he's not brought the Fleegers, can be seeded. So I'm expecting seed soon to target these Eyehawks. And he needs to stop going in range of this. It's got the 675 meter range. And it's deceptively large. Deceptively large. What the hell was that? How did that happen? Oh, it must have been the engineer's dragon. But yeah, that Sea Knight went down to the Gepard. And there's no CV in here. This one could just be sent over here. Because, yeah, Pangaean is on a +1 right now. It's a pretty messy fight. We see the Fuchs Milans and stuff. But really, Timbo needs to try and secure this. And he's not doing that. He just keeps attacking over here and getting blown up by this. He needs to put infantry in here and take this back. Because once he's done that, then he can cut the enemy's reinforcements. What's happening instead is his reinforcements are being cut. And oh, there's the seed. And then the Eyehawks suddenly start hitting. And but this one was out of ammo, so it didn't do anything. And I guess that was the LGBT hitting that Leopard 1. Didn't kill it, but it came away scot-free, so it'll reload very fast, and he's bought the other one as well. But yeah, because this one was out of ammo, it automatically switches off when it's out of ammo. But it's weird, because if you tell it to switch off, it doesn't switch off. Like, the UI doesn't work properly, and then when it resupplies, it resupplies and switches itself back on. So sometimes it gets you killed, basically. But yeah, a lot of people, including my former self, used to say, 11th Cav, no inf. Run out of inf. You get more than enough inf, particularly when you mix in the recon inf, the BGS and so on. You get enough inf for most situations. You can't do like massive town inf grinds, but you get enough inf. I don't recommend putting them all in one house, though. That's a good way to lose them. And yeah, there's not much over here. I wonder what happened there, because they were been missing something. There were 2 Bradley CFVs and stuff. I guess the Leopard 1s must have killed them. There was infantry in here. I guess they got pushed out. Diversification all across the nation. Gets hit by 2 Eyehawks and dies. So that was... Yeah, you got to send the seed out first, I guess. But the seed was damaged and he was in a hurry. But you know about the Eyehawks. Because they've been shooting you all game. And they've been missing. Which means sooner or later they're gonna start hitting. And you see the Fuchs Milans, you know, it's good if you blob them and stuff, but not like that, because the tank just kills them all. You need them with a tank, right? And yeah, Timbo, he just keeps like shoving stuff in here. He needs to take this. This is very, very important. But from this perspective, it's very difficult to do that, because your reinforcements come down here. They come down this road. Tornado gets hit by the first Eyehawk shot and has to evac. I'm not going to be seeing him for a while. Gets hit by a second Eyehawk shot. Yeah, Timbo not getting great RNG this game, I got to admit. And then, yeah, this guy's going to eat some Eyehawks. He survives one, wow. Probably because this isn't made in the UK. Oh, never mind. Well, I'll just cut that part out. Doesn't fit in with my worldview. Artillery purchase for Pangaean. Pangaean. How do you even say that? Pangaean. Pangaean. Translate. Because it's Pangea, right? It's that, yeah, it's that continent, innit? That continent that used to translate. That continent that used to exist, like all the world used to be right, here we go. Oh, here we go, diversification. That cluster, I mean, it's just gonna move. That's the issue with those clusters. LGBT gets hit again. This is the last one as well, so you got to be careful with it. I mean, he's not going to see it for ages now. And you can't push against Second Panzer. Second Panzer can take awful trades all game and still have loads, enough units to attack. It's absurd. Probably one of my favorite divs. So you can't expect to like push when he's weak, because he's just never weak. It's just one of those things. Anyway, back to things that actually matter. Oh man, those transitions, it needs work, but there you go, it's
Pangaean. Pangaean.
Pangaean.
Pangaean. Pangaean.
Pangaean.
Pangaean. Pangaean.
I mean, it's saying it in American, but it says English, but it's saying it in American. Oh, okay, whatever. Planes coming in. Seed for the IHawk, but the IHawk's out of missiles. So that's a bit unlucky, but now he knows that. Well, he'll know about the IHawk, but now he knows that there's not really much going on there. And here we go. +2 for Pangaean. +2 for Pangaean there. I just need to get off the... There we go. Yeah, very exciting. And, yeah, looks like Timbo's going in on this. He's got the Marders, he's got the Inf. He's got lots of Marders. They've got 5 armor, so they don't die in one hit to 17 AP. You would need 19 AP. So that one M1 is going to actually be a big problem. And over here, he keeps driving in the driving these past this and losing them to that. I would love to see Pangaean put some more units here, or Timbo try and take this. But it seems all the focus has switched to this side. I can hear a plane. It's just that seed again with the cluster. Okay, so clusters go for the Abrams. It's a good way of dealing with it. Yeah, Mech Rifles Dragon 2. It's 18 AP, so the Marder 1A3 will survive that, whereas the Marder 1A2 will not. A10, the best ASF in the game. And the seed, it's got higher ECM, but with that thing firing, yeah, I mean, out of 6 missiles, it got 2 hits, and it's got very high accuracy, 60%. And Marder 1A3 is bought over here now. But hey, this attack's kind of working. Like, the Mech Rifles Dragon don't seem to be able to do much of anything. These IHawks, the transports they came in, were sold, which was a big mistake. Aero rifles purchased for speedy reinforcements, but what he really needs is this Abrams to come up and start killing this fire support, because that's why he's losing these fires. Oh, he's got... I did the deck review. Did he have 2 cards of tornadoes? Anyway, he's going for that aero rifles. He hits it. Is that IHawk back up? It's still out of ammo. What happened to that seed? Oh, yeah, it died. I remember now. And the IHawk's about to get ammo. Marder 1A3 is now low cohesion, and this Abrams probably going to kill it. And this Abrams actually survived that tornado attack, that cluster attack. So I would love to see Timbo sending in the CV. You know, putting this... I mean, it's routed, right? But putting this to there so he knows it's safe, and then sending in the CV. Tornado F3 out of everything. Even guns, so it's evac'd. And... yeah, Timbo just trying to grind down this infantry. I mean, he does have the inf advantage, so should be interesting. That IHawk's back up. Does he know? Does he know? Oh, it's still reloading. Interesting. He hits the tow cobra on his way out, and Pangaean not paying attention. Does still survive. Pioneer Flam needs to get resupplied there. Marder 1A3 is coming in here. Needs to take this. And then he could kill this easily. But over here, it's going pretty well for Timbo. Although, I mean, Pangaean's still on a +2. He needs to send in the CV. He knows it's empty. Well, does he know it's empty? He needs to check if this is empty and then send the CV in. But yeah, over here he's just he's just losing the inf because his inf doesn't have fire support, whereas the enemy inf does have fire support. Howitzer, yeah, one howitzer is a good shout. I mean, this needs to smoke him back, really. It's red cohesion, so it's not going to accomplish anything anyway. He's got like 17% accuracy or something. Like, you see this guy's not doing too well on mediocre either. And now he's on low. And yeah, these need to evac. And because all these buildings have been destroyed, the Marders can actually start shooting across this. There's no AA, there's no Fliegerfaust. The Gepard died a long time ago. This is why I like the Fliegerfaust. It used to be terrible, but they buffed it so much that it's actually really good now. Panzergrenadier and Marder don't have the squad size to survive this. And he's still... Right, so now he sent that in, and if that doesn't die, then you know it's empty, so you can send the CV in. But he's just not doing it. He's not doing it. It's stuck. Harrier will die in one shot to an Eyehawk. Those guys are probably dead, yeah. This thing is having a really bad time with its cohesion, as is this. And, wait, where's the CV? On both fronts, like, send this to there. Send this to there. Don't just leave it there. So many things he could be doing. But these guys are about to die, and, yeah, it's one over for them. And he needs more infantry over there, but he instead bought some Leopard 2A3s. I suppose it's easier to criticize than it is to play. These Marders have managed to push him entirely out of the town, but there's still no CV. So Pangaean is still on a +2. And he's not taking advantage of his win there. And it's going to be 2 versus 1 on these tanks, and the M1A1 is a lot stronger than the Leopard. Extra armor. Marder's just sort of driving out of the town into the tanks and dying. Which is a shame. So, like, smoke now. Smoke now. You got shot by a tank. And yes, the Tornado dies to the F-16 again. The much, much, much cheaper F-16. Uh-oh, these are switched on. The seat's finally repaired. It's going to get the Gepard first. It's going to shoot the Gepard first. And it gets that. And it's not aiming. And it's... what? Okay. There we go. This has finally got in there. And that's been hit. Oh, wow. That one actually goes down. And then he sent it straight back out again. Yeah, I don't know what to say, really. Why? I guess because he knows about this. But now he's... Like, what? But now he definitely knows about it, and he's sending it back in. Okay. Yeah. Needs to get that C-Knight, really. It's a really weird game. There we go. He's bought the CV. He's bought the CV. The C-Knight, yeah, so this is going to spot the CV, and then the C-Knight's going to kill it, or the A-10's going to kill it. The Tornado's going for where he thinks the tank is, but I should have gone for the C-Knight, really. This thing is very dead now. But he had this town for, like, ages, and I don't know. I think his purchases were a bit weird as well. He needed some more infantry in there. And now he's trying to go mano el mano against it. Well, he can't even see it. He actually can't see it. So, yeah, I mean, he's lost this fight. He needs to smoke immediately, or he's going to lose a lot of them. He's not done that, and now it's dead. Harrier going in for, what, the C-Knight? F-16's on the board. Eyehawk's out of ammo. This one isn't. He's finally taken this. LGBT is going for the Leopard 2. Almost kills it, but the AA goes down. This guy's going for that C-Knight, which is shouldn't really be in front of the town, should be behind. This thing doesn't have the AA missiles. I guess this guy lost vision, and these are out of ammo. And this is on an attack move, so it's not actually going into the zone. Right, he's put it on a regular move now, but the A-10's going to kill it. He's got to be behind these buildings. The A-10's coming round. He's got the seed. The Eyehawk's out of ammo. So he's going for that A-10. Gets it low, but no cigar. Needs to evac this. Supposed to have 40% ECM, but it's a British plane, so it just immediately explodes. Warno, of course, a game made in France. And it's such a shame because, I mean, Timbo was winning on positions, not on points. I mean, he was winning on points at the start. But he just, like, I don't know, he just made some weird purchases. Like, he was buying Leopard 2s, he needed more inf in this town. And then over here, he took a very long time to get this Leopard back here. 17 minutes left, and, yeah, I mean, Pangaean's definitely got more stuff on the board. But never count second Panzer out. They can do this all game. They just don't run out of stuff. Just finishing off my tea there. Quick fix goes down to the Gepard. We've seen a lot of Gepards this game. This isn't firing. Just put it on fire at will if you're not doing anything. And Pangaean wants to attack there. Could use some more recon. Like infantry recon, like Jäger Aufklärer. Get him to there. Actually, you don't get that. BGS here, and then you could actually see these guys. And once again, Timbo, well, I guess this was pulled back anyway, but yeah, he really needs to take this position if he wants to deal with these attacks. We'll see how this goes for him. I mean, he will win that fight in a 1v1, but there's lots of things on his side which are going to start shooting at him soon. And these guys are 11 men, so he's not going to kill him particularly quickly. Miss there. But yeah, some infantry for Timboslice here would be very, very useful. Milan 2 there, maybe. Bit of Jäger Aufklärer here. This tornado cluster's back up. And yeah, it's dropping, but you know, you got 9 seconds to move. And move he does, and the cluster goes down. And the Ihawk does not kill that. Does out of range this one anyway. This Ihawk's basically been here all game. It's not moved a single centimeter. But it's switched off because he's assuming that there's going to be seed. And second Panzergrenadier does get seed against the tornado seed, as we've seen this game. Smoke coming out, but to what end? If you have the fire support, you don't want to be smoking. If you don't have the fire support, you do want to be smoking. So this is still switched off. This can one-shot that. I think he's just forgotten about it. That was a really good bombing. Got a tank and 2 infantry. I mean, 2,000 kilos of bombs will do that. But basically, if you have fire superiority, which he does, you don't want to smoke, because that just means... Oh, I see, he's just going for the straight CV trick, but I mean, this should kill it. Well, we'll see. This is the last of the LGBTs. That tornado cluster got a dragon... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So that went about as well as you'd expect. Seeds back up. This one's out of ammo, so it can't be targeted. This one is not out of ammo, but it is now out of life, as is that Gepard. Whoa, that was a good way of saying it. Out of life. I should become a professional video game caster. And now, yeah, Timbo just doesn't have that much stuff. He's basically attacking into like a 2-to-1 superiority every time now because he's taken so many bad trades. I wish there was like a graph where it shows the trades. I mean, this should really be evac. He's fired his seed missiles. Unless there's additional air support coming. And he wants to highlight the enemy air AA for his A. Then this should be evac. But yes, the smoking is interesting. Because... Oh, I see. So he's still going to try and put the CV there. But that, yeah, the thing with 11th Cav is that you're supposed to have the fire superiority, and so you don't want to be the one smoking. But really, it's only a matter of time until the LGBT... Oh man, he got... Whoa. He got hit. Ihawk's got its rounds back, got its mojo back. I mean, he's only had 2 the whole game, but didn't he bring 2 cards, so he should have 4. Surprised he hasn't bought more. Leopard 2 smokes the wrong way. But it's a miss, and to be honest, he can just run up to that and bully it. And that finally gets hit. Yeah, so that's trying to shoot that, but it's not making any headway there. Not a single RT piece out from Timbo. Is this still switched off? He's had so many opportunities to shoot these Harriers with this Eyehawk, but he switched it off some time ago for the seed, and now sort of living with it. Because look, it's only got 8 HP. So, and this does 9 HE. 9 HE, right? So if it hits once, there you go, he's bullying him. That bully going. And this is why you need to sell the transports. I'm surprised this took so long to happen, to be honest. They've been firing from the same position for the last 30-ish minutes. And, yeah, this is surely... I mean, artillery's kind of bad, but... And then that seed dies. Oh, did he actually toggle this? No, that was, like, what, a stinger? Yeah, it was a stinger. Still switched off. But, yeah. Artie's pants, so it doesn't even kill it, even though he's got it dead to rights. And Artie has been pants for a very long time. Very sad. What can you do? So he's still trying to smoke, but to what end? The way Pangaean wants to win this as 11th Cav is accept that he doesn't have that much inf, and take this, which he had before, put the resupply, and then start whittling them away by, you know, spotting them with BGS, shooting them with 20 million M113s, Marder 1A3s, M1A1 Abrahams. And yeah, you see the Leopard ones, they can't even shoot this because of how high its armor is. You see it's holding fire because it will do less than 1 damage because its pen is too low to pen this armor. And it's a bit lucky there. I think he's just queued up a bunch of hits on that, yeah. And it's not moving. Racist should be with the Leopard. So you just click the Racist and right-click the Leopard, or attack move it. Well, it's not got any weapons. Right-click it, and then it will just follow it around. That must have been a side shot. Because that was a one-shot. This guy needs to be unloaded, presumably. Like there or something. And yeah, like I said, second Panzergren, been losing fights all game. I've said this in other games as well. He's been losing basically every single one of these fights, and he's still just able to pump out these units. He just never runs out of anything. Yeah, I disagree with this smoking strategy. If you have fire superiority, you do not want to be doing that. Both players need to go for this. But yeah, you just line them all up here, right? And they would be able to see around this through the smoke if the smoke wasn't there. And then start sending the infantry forwards. A couple of BGS. You spot one, hammer him. You know, spot another, hammer him. Still going for that Eyehawk. Wow. Might actually get it this time. Nope. Nope. Well, here we go. Whoa! Whee! Okay, so that took a while, but you know, usually you want to keep the transports with them so you can move them, or you just want to right-click and move them. But he did neither. And you see that the M1 Abrahams is deleting the scimitars and stuff. This guy should be in a forest because if he is in the open, he is easily spotted, easily killed by that ACAV, which is now going to start shooting at him. And he is very dead. In one more shot, he will be dead. So the ACAV should hold its... Why does the word watermelon spring to mind? Hold its watermelon. Hold its nerve. There we go. So yeah, another thing you can do with the smoke is smoke like here, and then this part's isolated, and then you can shoot everybody in that part. But if you just smoke the front, then yeah, there you go. That's what's supposed to happen to the Harriers. Just die one shot. And this guy's been covered by the smoke. And he can now retreat to that munition. But no, I think if Timbo had secured this a bit faster, you know, like with the CV, because he had it for ages, he just didn't secure it. And if he'd brought the CV into here a bit faster, the roles would be reversed. And it would be Pangaean's... it would be Pangaean's... you know, he would have to attack. Pangaean's turn to attack. I don't know. I mean, he's sort of attacking anyway. Like, you can tell something's happening here. Some sort of build-up. Without the Lars, kind of hard to clear stuff in this town, suppress stuff in this town. Another Harrier purchased. Going for the pivots. This guy's still switched off, just completely forgotten about. We'll see how this goes. I mean, but that one's out of ammo as well, okay. And then the Stinger kills it. He gets the pivots. But yeah, there's 2 Stingers there. There's at least 2 Stingers there. Also a lot of transports that haven't been sold with these. And then he literally just bought another one. Here we go, Howitzer doing something. Damn. And yeah, Timbo just refusing to take this. And neither side really prioritizing it at all. 7 minutes left. I think it has to be 200 points for a draw, so I think this would be a win for Pangean if the game ends right now. Can I get a Pangean in chat? Pangean. So, okay, so now he's smoked. Yeah, he's sort of learned. Okay, I smoke back there, and then I can attack this part. Great. And he's got some in for the attack. Got some tanks. Oh, he's run out of vetted tanks. He's down to down vetted tanks. He's doing it again. I mean, this just isn't work. He's losing them basically every time, and just keeps doing it. Oh, is that going for the Eyehawk? No, it's not. And then it gets killed by Stingers because there's like 4 Stingers here. But he was going for that Abrahams because he's attacking here. And like I said with second Panzergrenadier, you can lose every single fight in the game. And, I mean, I guess he took this back, so I guess he won a fight. And you can still have infinite units, just never run out. Still be able to attack. So it's a very fun div to play, actually. You've just got to play it slow. You don't attack at the start. The FS-Jager thing at the start is just a total bait, as we saw in this game. Went about as well as you might expect. He just got baited and died. There's not enough AA here. Where are his Eyehawks? He should have bought some more. These guys are all going to die. It's Warno. He's going for the CV. CV somehow survives. I mean, that's quite surprising. But yeah, the Sea Knight. It's on the ground. No, it's on low altitude. As soon as it raises its altitude, it's going to start shooting this. I accidentally put one of those back in there. Tank CV in. But the AA is not really moved up, so he's getting bullied by Bopars and he loses it. This needs to be back in the zone. And that's going to die now. Yeah. Lots of M1 Abrams. Yeah, interesting game. I mean, I don't really see how Timbo can pull it back now. I don't know if he's going to resign or keep playing. He's bought artillery with 5 minutes left. It's going to pay for itself. And, yeah, the A-10s have got the run-of-the-mill because there's no... yeah, so he's finally bought replacement Eyehawks. I mean, he should have just had 3 out for ages because he saw what was going on with the seed and stuff. Hockey losing the bow past the Stingers. Finally, they're moving up. And there you go. You see, you've got the fire support. That's the whole point. So you don't need the smoke. And if you keep putting it here, it's going to get shot by stuff over here. But if you manage to take this cauldron, obviously these buildings are all gone now. Then you can just sit here once you've got these buildings. You can just sit there and not get shot in the side. Although those buildings are being destroyed, makes it harder. I guess you'd have to sit here. But people just see the fastest route in. I'm the same, to be honest. And yeah, some artillery. But, I mean, everybody's dead, so it's worn over. Eyehawk's coming in. Just waiting on that. Waiting on that surrender. I don't know if we're gonna see it. He might just play the next 4 minutes. But this game is very, very over. So, yeah, some mistakes were made. I mean, Timbo could have won. Definitely could have won. But basically, I think the major learning from this game is this part here. If you want to take this zone, this forest is crucial because whoever owns it cuts off the enemy resupply. If red is up here, he could cut off the reinforcements, and if blue is up here, he can definitely cut off the reinforcements. Forces your enemy to like bring stuff to here and then in there, or bring stuff to here and then in there. Or, you know, bring stuff to here and then in there, and it just makes everything slower, makes everything harder. So take this forest. Sort of the same with this. Like we saw, so neither player put anything in here. I imagine if there was a couple Fliegerfasts or a Gepard who just went through this forest to here, they'd kill all those helicopters that kept coming over, you know. And yes, if as red, if you want to attack this, you need either this or this, because otherwise you're just going to get shot in the side. And we saw that in basically every fight. He was driving forwards, and then this guy was just shooting him, and then, like he had tanks there getting shot at and stuff like that. You could also do a bit of the old smoke abuse, you know, smoke off this. Well, I don't know if it's really abuse. Here we go. So the EM1 Abrams can now drive in there, and Pangean, I don't know what he's messing at. He's just decided to bail out of his tank there. So even we in spectator cannot click this. You can see I can click that. Can't click this. Just can't select it. So he can't pop the smoke. The only way to fix it is to resupply it. So the first thing you should do is immediately start smoking it. But I mean, to be honest, it's going to be okay. There's 1 minute 45 left. And because of the geriatric smoke arc, yeah, bro, just stop right outside the zone to shoot that. That's attack moves for you. Oh, I'm receiving a delivery. I would just pause it here. Well, actually, I mean, whatever. Nothing's happening. Right, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that the Q move forwards by Timbo managed to kill that tank, and now another one's being sent up. Actually, there's already another one here. He's just sort of forgotten about that. The iHawk was switched on eventually. Milan 2, what is that? And yeah, lots of Milan 2s. Interesting decision making, but it's you know it's looking really over. I mean. Pangean back to a +1. It's 2 CVs purchased here. I mean, what's he gonna do? Like try and smoke it maybe? I notice he's bought all his artillery right near the end. Just sort of like Assault War. You know, that game was over like 10 minutes ago. And there you go. You see that the KD, right? You can take a 2-to-1 KD or 1.62 to 1 KD on 2nd Panzergren, and he just does not run out of stuff. Ever. So this comes up with me for some reason, and this is we're pretty convinced this is Timboslice because he said some lovely things in chat during the game. And yeah, he just did not do a good job of dealing with the enemy air spam. He just didn't buy enough iHawks. He relied on his air-based AA, and then his air-based AA isn't as good as F-16s. Wow. That was that one that was on the Oscar side, I think, doing all that work there. And yeah, the LGBT doing a little bit of blue on blue, a bit of male on male action there. And yeah, this paid for itself. But yeah, 1 howitzer is enough, depending on what you're trying to do. And two, sometimes you need 2 heavy ones to kill anything. That's interesting. So that's what killed that CV at the end then. It was actually artillery. And yeah, this was the opener, and that was so sad. So sad. So yeah, let me know what you think. I thought that was quite an interesting game. I think both players could have won that. One player did win that. And I'll see you around.